let's talk about Drannith Magistrate. So for 1 and a white, we have a 1/3 human wizard that says your opponents can't cast spells from anywhere other than their hands. If you didn't know, this is causing a lot of discourse on Twitter. There's a lot of people who are saying this needs to be banned in Commander. This 1/3 human wizard for 2 mana needs to be banned in Commander. So normally I would say, oh, well, is there any protection on it? Maybe it has hexproof or shrap. No protection on it. Okay. So have you considered a 25-cent removal like Doomblade or Counterspell? Okay, that's $2. Maybe even a lightning bolt. Don't even say that. Don't even bring up removal, because if you bring up removal, that's gonna make one of the EDH players remove one of their land slots. Oh, don't get me started. So we can't suggest that you add more removal to your decks, because that's wrong. That is the wrong thing to say. Okay, well, that's gonna get rid of board wipes too, which this would fall under a lot of board wipes that it would die to. Maybe creatures that fight other creatures. Nope, that means you have to direct your deck towards that kind of build. Nope, not gonna happen. There's just a lot of talk that this card needs to be banned, and so I thought it'd be fun if we compared actual banned cards to this one to see if it's actually ban worthy, and I would love to know your thoughts in the comments down below, so let's get started. So one card that is banned in Commander is Leovold, Emissary of Trest. Now it does cost 3 mana. It's a 3/3 Elf Advisor that could die to a lightning bolt or a board wipe or whatever, doesn't have hexproof or shroud. It says each opponent can't draw more than 1 card each turn. So all you decks that want to draw multiple cards, not going to happen. And whenever you or a permanent you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, you may draw a card. Wow. So that means you get to draw more cards than your opponents, and that is not fair. At least whoever deemed this ban worthy. Or how about Braid's Cabal Minion? This is 4 mana. It's a 2/2 that could die to a lightning bolt or a board wipe. It says at the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player sacrifices an artifact, creature, or land, while Drannith Magistrate just restricts you from casting spells from anywhere other than your hand. So yes, you cannot cast your commander, you cannot cast your spells from exile, etc. They're saying these two are on the same level and that they are ban worthy. I find that very interesting. Or how about Emmacruel, the Aeon's Torn? This is a 15 mana spell. It's a 15/15 Eldrazi. This can't be countered. Whenever you cast this, you take an extra turn after this. It has flying, protection from colored spells, and Annihilator 6. Whenever this is put into a graveyard from anywhere, you get to shuffle this back into your library from your graveyard. Again, these are on the same level. We have Drannith Magistrate and this 15/15 Eldrazi. These both need to be banned. Or how about Golos Tireless Pilgrim? Again, I don't know why they banned this. When it enters the battlefield, you can search for a land card. Put that onto the battlefield tapped. Then shuffle your library. You can also pay 2 and Wooburg. Exile the top 3 cards of your library. You can play them without paying their mana costs. Again, they deem this equal to Drannith Magistrate. While I may not agree with the Golos banning, you see what I'm saying here. They're saying Drannith Magistrate needs to be banned. That means it's going to be among all this list of cards that should be banned or are banned currently. But that brings on another thing I wanted to talk about. There are some players who are making a Rule 0, which means a conversation before the game starts, that they don't want to see Drannith Magistrate in your deck. They don't want to play with it at all. And there are some players who even are like, yeah, if you play blue in your deck, I don't want you to play that, and if you do, I'm not going to play with you, or I'm going to target you the whole game just for playing the color blue. Okay. And while you should respect both parties of, hey, I would really like to play this card, or hey, I really don't want to play this card, there has to be some level of allowance, I guess you could say. I don't think Drannith Magistrate is a problem. Again, I'm not a CEDH player, so I don't actually face this card a lot, but I do not think it is ban worthy, and you can take that with a grain of salt. Because ultimately, whatever you and your playgroup decide is what's going to happen. No matter what the rules committee or the commander advisory group say, you and your playgroup get to decide what you play. So if you do not want to play with Drannith Magistrate, then don't. That's as simple as it's going to get. And to pick on players for whatever color they're playing or whatever card they're playing, I don't know. I think it's a little out there. Or to even suggest maybe you should play more removal. No, you can't say that. So I'll leave you with one last thought. Instead of more discourse on Drannith Magistrate, how about we play more Commander games with our friends, get a huge amount of laughs, and just have fun. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.